All right, let's do this. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to another Dish Leaping Farmer cigar. I'm in the garage. It's actually nice enough to be outside. But here's the story. So basically, I already have my garage set up for shooting. I shot the how to make the bad motivated rum hypothetically and technically. I hope you check that out. Really fun video to make. Cool process, great product. Yes, I did find more of the Panella sugar. I pretty much bought out the second place I found it. And I will be keeping my eye out if I see that Panella sugar anywhere for a decent price, of course. I'm not going to pay the stupid high prices I've seen online. But yeah, that was really good stuff. I'll get into why we're in the garage here. What are we smoking? What are we drinking tonight? We're smoking Blackbird, the Superb. Good little cigar. It's their new cigar. I am liking it. I'm still a huge fan of the Blackbird cigars. For the drink tonight, from the Great Lakes Brewing Company, we have Conway's Irish Ale. This will be the last of the St. Patrick's Day brews. I believe I'm out of them now. Like I said, I buy beer once every 6 weeks for these videos. So St. Patty's Day was about 6 weeks away, give or take. That's why there's all these St. Patty's Day beers. Nice red. I like that. Oh, that's tasty. It's good red. So why are we in the garage? This Sunday, when I usually shoot my videos, we have an excellent, wonderful, great celebration happening. My middle son now, what used to be my youngest son, my middle son is getting First Communion, and we're celebrating that. That is a huge deal in the Catholic Church. Traditionally, the first rite you get is the rite of baptism. So you're initiated into the church. Next, you get the rite of reconciliation. So you go to the priest who has the authority to forgive your sins. And then the next one you get, the next rite, the next rite of initiation to be a Catholic is First Communion. A huge, huge deal. Big celebration, good times. He's been preparing for, well, his whole life technically, but actively going through classes the last 3 years to prepare him to receive the Holy Communion. If you don't know, Catholics, we know that communion, the host, once consecrated by the priest during the Mass, becomes the body, blood, divinity, and soul of Jesus. That is Jesus Christ. That is not some symbol. That is not some allegory. It is the blood, body, soul, and divinity of Jesus Christ. One of the things that if you were to ask what defines Catholicism, it is the Eucharist. That is our biggest draw, our biggest difference. Why I firmly do believe we're superior to any other form of Christianity. It's our Eucharist. We firmly believe. We know that wafer, that host, turns into, again, Jesus Christ, the blood, body, divinity, soul of Jesus. And that we receive Jesus into us when we take it. So this is a huge deal. Again, this is something we prepare for years. We prepare our children for years. We in the home, actually, we do a lot of stuff with our kids before they do their First Communion to really help them to realize what it is. So seeing that, Sunday's going to be busy with celebrations, with ceremonies, with Mass. I wasn't going to have time to shoot my video. So I decided, I better shoot this on Friday. I'm actually shooting it. But one, I already had this whole space set up to shoot the Badmo setup, and I'm in a bit of a time crunch because if any of you guys are Aliens fans, today is National Alien Day, 426. From the movie LV, 426 is the planet where they find the crashed alien vessel, and my kids want to watch the Alien movie tonight, and I'm running out of time. I got dinner in the oven. I'm actually shooting this as dinner's cooking. My wife is actually doing the last few, homeschooling mama is doing the last few preparations with our son for First Communion. So I decided to quickly sneak out to my garage. That's another reason why I picked the Blackbirds. They're shorter cigars. I should be able to finish this off in about an hour to get back up there to help take care of the family and get ready to go to Mass. Like I said, this is an amazing time. I'm very excited for my son. After this, we have the next sacrament that we get involved with is the sacrament of confirmation. So traditionally, when you're baptized as a baby. That is the most important sacrament out of all of them. That welcomes you into the church. That has you so you are forgiven for the original sin of Adam and Eve. But that one is one that, again, your parents choose for you. And really, the rite of reconciliation, the sacrament of First Communion, those are also ones your parents pretty much choose for you. You're very young when you choose those. Confirmation, on the other hand, is usually done. There was a small era during the early 2000s. I think 6 to 2010. They're having actual young kids do the sacrament of confirmation. But what it is that is you then confirming that, yes, you are Catholic and you want to live Catholic. That's kind of your last point. You can kind of back out. But that is to confirm that, yes, I will continue to live my life as a Catholic. After that, we have the sacraments get a little split depending on whether you go to become a priest. So there's the sacrament of ordination, where you can become a priest or a nun or a bishop, or a monk or a friar. Even deacons fall under that. Then you have the sacrament of marriage, anointing of the sick, or the sacrament of the sick, also known as the last rites. Sacrament of marriage is also in there. Those are the big sacraments. But basically, they're all hinged on you finishing the first four: baptism, reconciliation, First Communion, and confirmation. Vashman is actually up for confirmation this year. He's in the process of writing his letters, doing his classes, getting his approval. So he can then seal himself as being Catholic. I've talked with him. I said, if this is your last chance, if you don't want to be a Catholic anymore, don't go through confirmation. But confirmation is you realizing and acknowledging that, yes, being a Catholic is the way. Is the way for reconciliation, is the way for salvation, is the way to get into heaven. But if it's not what you think, I'm going to wait before getting confirmed. So very excited. I know I've had a lot of religious topics on these last few videos, but a lot of that is because we are, a lot of our children are in these pivotal moments of their religious careers, their religious growth. So it's been on my mind a lot. Plus, I have been going to, I don't like calling it a non-denominational Christian Bible study. I like to call it a multiple denomination Bible study, Christian Bible study. Really got to talk about the guys' night. We have a guys' Bible study. Multiple religions are represented. And it is very much we don't just really read the Bible and say what we think. It is, well, how would a Catholic look at this? How would a Methodist look at this? How would a home church person look at this? How would a oh, I forget the other religions that are represented there. All Christian based, of course, but I like to call it a multi-denominational because again, we don't we keep our own flavor of how we practice so we can learn from each other, which is just awesome. It's been great, absolutely loving it. Good times had by all. So yes, I did have someone ask, am I turning this into a religious channel? No, not specifically. Maybe, who knows? Again, the points of these videos are just for me to sit in my garage, have a good cigar, have a good beer, kind of talk, get what's out in my mind out into the world. Maybe one of these days I'll try to push to actually make it popular and famous and try to gain subscribers. But right now, I like what it is. But you know, back to the topic. Yeah, we're just very excited. And yeah, I'm glad I was able to get out here. There's a 100% chance that I'm not going to be able to finish this cigar because something will blow up, set on fire in my house. But I still get to get my minute. My, 10, 12 minutes, maybe up to 15 once I'm done rambling. Just sitting here. Reflecting, talking, very stream of consciousness. But yeah, if my son ever does see this, congratulations. I am very proud of you. There's a fun story. I'll save it for the next video of my son being a bit of a troublemaker. Shock, horror to none, I know. Those of you who know my used to be youngest, now middle son, if I say he's a troublemaker, I'm sure none of you are surprised to hear that. But it was good trouble. He caused good trouble. And I don't know. Maybe I'm proud of him. I don't know. Maybe I suppose I should be proud of the trouble he caused. But maybe I'll see that for next video. Next video, we'll do the troublemaker. Keep you in suspense. So hopefully if you haven't checked out the Badmo how-to rum motivator, the Badmo motivator rum, there we go. How to, again, I don't know. That was fun to do, but a lot of work. I prefer these videos. And then stay tuned for next week where I talk about my boy and the trouble he causes. Good trouble this time, though. Kind of funny, but interesting to talk about. So let's save that for next week. Anyway, folks, I'm going to go power smoke my cigar, enjoy my beer before something falls off the wheels upstairs. So hopefully you all can, look at your religious life. If you are a Catholic, please remember your First Communion at this time. And yeah, stay safe out there. See you on the next one.